Uh-oh. Gage says it's empty. Guess it's time for a beer, guys. What do you think? I think so. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. You know what? I'm thirsty. I'm ready for a beer. How about you? Let's go see what's in the fridge today. God, Greg. Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews. One of the few beers you'll probably see me re-review. This is Pumpkin 2012. I had this beer for the first time last year, and I did not like it. I thought it tasted like stale buttery popcorn. Then I had some of my subs tell me, oh, last year's wasn't as good as it normally is. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Okay, then. I went and got another one of this year's. I'm still hardcore. I still think it's going to taste like stale buttery popcorn, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I hope it does not. I hope last year was a fluke, but we're going to find out here shortly. Either it is something that I just don't care for, it's too buttery, or whatever the case may be. I usually like all the pumpkin beer. Some taste a little thin and watery to me. Some are pretty good. I really like the dogfish pumpkin beer. I like the Shafley pumpkin beer. I had a pumpkin beer from Foothills the other day. It was pretty tasty too. So I'm going to re-review it. I didn't re-download or recheck any information, the old ratings and stuff. It was going to stick to what I had them at. So without further ado, I'm not going on and on about this. They're out of Lakewood, New Jersey. This is, unless they've changed something, this is an 8.6%. That's what it is. Bewitched and imbued with pagan spirit, pumpkin is over the beautiful creature of something. I think there's nothing that's really changed on this bottle that I see than what it was from last year. Hopefully the beer inside is a little different. So we'll see. Maybe I'm hoping my palate has evolved a little bit and it's not going to be quite so buttery stale tasting to me. But we're going to find out. So with that being said, guys, this is one of the few re-reviews. Pumpkin. And I like Southern Tier stuff. I mean, I really, really do. They were some of the first beers that I reviewed with some of their stuff. And I used to be able to get it a little easier than it was for a while. But it's starting to get a little easier. So distribution in this state and from state to state. Guys, if you're into beer, you know the laws change from state to state. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. The glassware for this, pint, becker, stein, and mug, and tumbler. I want to brought the double glass out, guys. I want to really get my nose on this one and try to see what this beer is about as opposed to what I did last year. This beer is not recommended for extended cellarings. It's an 8% beer, so it's not going to go bad, but the spices and the pumpkin flavor and all that would deteriorate over time. So I wouldn't try to cellar it too very long, guys. So the food pairing for this says general like it always does, and the meat is poultry. That's what it says for every pumpkin beer. So this beer is going to go good with all your good pumpkin dishes, Thanksgiving, turkey, all that stuff, guys. There we go. Beer's in the bomber, the great big. I'm getting a whiff of it already. It's starting to get a nose out already. Over into the light. I can see the bulb through it, but it is a hazy beer. Not perfectly clear at all. Guys, it is fairly well carbonated. There are a lot of bubbles streaming up. It is a I don't know, a peach. No, it's an amber color, but it is a very hazy, cloudy amber color, guys. The head's about half a finger now. Let's get a nose on it. Yeah, it smells very similar to the buttery smell that I smelled last year. Yep, very buttery. I mean, and that's the pumpkin. I mean, saying that they must really use a lot of pumpkin on this. But it is to the buttery, it's like buttery to the 12th power. I'm not getting anything other than the buttery, man. There may be just a little bit of cinnamon or something in there, but the pumpkin overpowers everything. The buttery smell, anyway. The buttery smell overpowers everything, every other smell. And that must be, and I'm getting the graham cracker crust smell type deal there too, but the buttery smell is just so overwhelming. Alright guys, I'm going to put my lips on it. Hope it tastes better. Cheers everybody. It's just too buttery. This is the butterness to the 12th power, like I said. It is the ultimate buttery pumpkin beer. I will say that. It has more pumpkin taste, more buttery flavor, more alcohol than the, maybe Wirebackers may have had pretty similar, but it didn't have nowhere near the buttery taste as it has. This is an acquired taste. It is a good taste. Don't get me wrong. But it is a buttery taste. It's like I said, this to me is similar to like eggnog. Once I've had like 3 or 4 or 5 sips, that's pretty good. I think I'm done. You know, I won't eat more for the rest of the year, so this is just a little too buttery for my taste. So I can see where this would be an acquired taste. And I may end up acquiring that taste. But it is definitely buttery to me. The ultimate butter taste. So guys, that being said, it's rather fresh 40 degrees. Let's see what it ends up being and see if I change my tune any. I don't know. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. I mean, it's changed just a little bit. I don't think it has changed so much as my palate has changed a little bit. To me, it's just as buttery, but it doesn't taste like stale buttery to me. So I don't know what that difference is, whether my palate has changed just a little bit, or it is a little bit better batch, or whatever. But even that is overly, overy. Is that in the word? Overy. It's over buttery to me. So I don't know. Still not sold on this one. It's still just a little over the top. But I mean, to have once a year, and I wouldn't want it more than once a year, like eggnog, it's okay. Definitely would not want to do more than one of these. And actually don't want to do a whole one of these. Half for me and half for the other half in there. So really don't want to drink a whole one by myself right yet. So it's still over the top buttery to me. And that's the pumpkin probably. But it's just too much. It may be, and is there such a thing as too much pumpkin? So this tastes like just a tad too much pumpkin for me. I like it. That's a more balanced with the spices, and then there's so much of the buttery pumpkin. So, final chug, guys. DOB 9/20/12 in yellow writing right underneath the label. Awesome. Got the date on the bottle. It ain't on the label, but they got this damn. It's like a cellophane type label, and you can peel this off, but it leaves such a sticky mess on this bottle when you do that. It's almost just as easy to leave it on as to try to get this thing off if you're a home brewer. So thumbs up for that. In yellow, not black. So this was put in a bottle on 9/20/2012. So pretty damn fresh. It is a good beer. It is a good beer. I appreciate it more this year than I did last year. Whether it was a bad batch or just that my palate could not handle it, or whatever the deal is. It is at the top of the scale as far as buttery, pumpkin-y. I think the spices could come up a little bit because it overpowers the spices in my opinion. But it is a great beer, and I see why people. This is at the top. I mean, even though my palate can't appreciate it, it is at the top. So, guys, I'm not going to give it to 10 because it's not a 10 beer to me. It's a 9 beer to me, and that's what I'm going to give it. It's a 9 out of 10. one of these days, maybe in a couple of years from now, I'll be able to appreciate it enough that it'll be a 10 beer to me. But I think everybody should try it, and that way they'll know. Don't base your judgment on what I'm saying, guys. Try it for yourself when you get your hands on it, then you'll know. So that being said, 9 out of 10. And like I said, these are the old ratings. Rate Beer had it at 98 and 99 then, and Beer I'd come up with an A minus. I'm not going to the minus this year. I think it's a solid. I think it's a solid 9. I think it's a solid 10, but my palate can't appreciate it, guys. So if you see this and you can get it, give it a try. And give me some comments back on this and let me know. I think it's a little too much for me. I'd like it once just a tad lighter than this, but once a year, yes, sir. Pick it up, give it a try. Hey, so you're going to give it a try? Let's try to get the door open on the fridge tomorrow. We'll look what's in there. See y'all then.